Thank you for watching the DJ Starr Show. My name is Karl Shallowhorn. I'm the Director of Community Advocacy for the Mental Health Association Erie County and Compeer Buffalo. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about mental health, in particular a little bit of my own story. I've been living with bipolar disorder since the age of 18. I had my first episode when I was in college, and it was something that truly turned my life upside down. After that time, I ended up spending about the next 7 or 8 years going in and out of hospitals in the Buffalo area and having a lot of difficult time with it due to alcohol and drug use and really not taking good care of myself. Things finally came to a head when I was in a counseling session with my therapist. And basically what he said to me was, either you go to rehab, you go to a recovery meeting, meaning addiction recovery meeting, or you end up back in the hospital. And certainly I thought to myself, well, I don't want to go to rehab because I was actually working at the time and I didn't want to tell my boss. And I definitely didn't want to go back into the hospital because I knew how horrible that could be. You know, I'd been in ECMC, I'd been in Buffalo General, the Community Mental Health Center, I'd even been in the Buffalo Psychiatric Center. So it was really not a hard decision to take to go to the recovery meeting. But that was probably the best thing I ever could have done in my whole life. So when I entered those rooms of recovery, things did change. And with a very short period of time, I embraced the idea of recovery and the idea of taking care of myself. Within the next couple of years, I began to get the idea that I wanted to help people as I had been helped. So I decided to try to go back to school, and I went to Erie Community College, and I enrolled in their alcoholism counseling program. Right now they have a substance use program, but at the time it was the alcoholism program. And so I got into it, I took the necessary coursework, and I ended up getting my credential in alcoholism counseling. And I ended up, believe it or not, going back to Buffalo General Hospital where I had been hospitalized 11 years prior, and to the Community Mental Health Center, and I got a job working there. So things had really come full circle for me. I spent the next 6 years working Buffalo General and really learning a lot about, addiction and how to help people. But more importantly than anything, I learned this idea of empathy. And that's a term that we use when it comes to mental health and also learning how to help people. So empathy is when you put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to feel what they're feeling and identify with them. So that was something that really helped me a great deal. Eventually, though, after a while, I ended up having more problems, and I had another manic episode, which was really pretty scary for me. I'd been working, as a counselor. I ended up going back to school after that time because I realized that maybe at the time counseling wasn't the best thing for me. So I went back to school, and I ended up getting a master's degree from Buffalo State College in the Student Personal Administration program, and then entered the field of higher education for about 12 years. But at the end of that time, working in higher education, I kind of got this feeling that, I really want to get back into the mental health world. I really wanted to tell people that recovery was possible. So as a result of hearing about Brittany Spears and all the business that she had been going through, it was in the media, I decided to write a story, a piece that was in the Buffalo News, which got printed. And essentially what I said was, why aren't we hearing more positive stories about people living with mental health conditions? And it got published. Well, believe it or not, in some ways, it was a big risk, considering I was working at a local college. But then again, it was probably one of the best things I ever could have done, because what it was the launching pad for me getting back into the mental health world and doing the work that I do today. As a result of that experience, I began to do a lot of networking locally. I met a lot of the local mental health leaders. I became connected with the National Alliance on Mental Illness, as well as others working in the Mental Health Association Erie County, where I work now. I became a member of the board. I got engaged with the West New York Children's Psychiatric Center, where I developed a 10-week program for students there that could prepare them for college. So I really became very active in May, it was on my own time, working mental health. So it became something that I really just kind of threw myself into, very much overnight almost. But as a result of that, I really realized that I want to go back into work in mental health. So I then connected with people at a local mental health agency, and I did apply, and they accepted my application. I worked there as a clinician in their program. And was very fortunate to work in a setting that really provided me with more education on the mental health side, because I had a lot of addiction experience, but this really helped me when it came to understanding mental health. Eventually, though, I realized I really want to do more of advocacy work, which is, like I said, what I do now, speaking to the public, fighting against stigma, letting people know that recovery is possible. So I was on the Mental Health Association Erie County Board, like I mentioned before. So I ended up just saying to the director, the executive director, Ken Hausnecht, hey, are there any opportunities that I could work with? And then I also connected with Compeer Buffalo, my other agency. And Michelle Brown, who was a former director, and Ken got together and essentially formed a strategic alliance between the two agencies, which then resulted in me being hired to do the work I do now. I've been at the Mental Health Association and Compeer for 3 years, and it's been the most fulfilling work I ever could have imagined. I'm really doing the work that I'm passionate about and that I really believe in. You know, being able to go out to talk to individuals, groups, organizations, churches, you name it, about mental health and the importance of taking care of oneself has been something that I've always wanted to do for a long time. And so being able to do that, I've really been able to help people in a way that I never could have imagined. So anyone can be a mental health advocate. It could be someone who, for instance, might have a mental health condition themselves, or you could even be a family member. There are lots of ways that you can get involved. So one thing to think about is that you might want to just, for instance, think about your own life. Think about how maybe someone has helped you. And consider how maybe you might want to give that back to someone else and how you might be able to help them. You know, we're living in times now where mental health is just as critical as it's ever been in our own history that we've ever known. So really, we want to understand ways to reach out, to help people, to engage people, and let them know that recovery is possible. And that's the thing I always swear by. So whether it be with a family member, a friend, a coworker, someone from your place of worship, a neighbor, you name it, you know, let them know that it's okay to ask for help. That thing is most critical. We want to let people know that you can ask for help and that it's available if you need it. So remember, recovery is possible, and that's the thing that is so important for you to remember. So for the DJ Starr Show, this is Karl Shallowhorn. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching the DJ Starr Show. I'm Alonzo Valentine, and be sure to check me out this February 21st on MTV's Stranded with $1 Million on MTV.
Hello people, and thank you for tuning in with Be Fit, Mind, Body, and Soul on the DJ Starr Show on tonight. My name is Brittany El-Amin. I am a certified personal trainer here in Buffalo, New York. I am also the owner of Be Fit Personal Training Studio. I am located at 7 Florence Avenue in Buffalo, New York. If you need my contact information, you can contact me 716-536-7214. I'll give you that information again towards the end, but I want to jump into this with you all. Be Fit, Mind, Body, and Soul is not something that I just promote. It is something that I have become over time. And I want to share with you transparently my journey and the things that I have been through in hopes to encourage you all to embark on a journey of health with your mind, your body, and your spirit. So essentially, I am a college graduate. I graduated from Buffalo State College, and on the con side of that, I gained a lot of weight. So after graduating college, I literally could not afford to buy new clothes as I was trying to start my career and getting everything. So I had to get back into the things that I own. I was literally forced into a position to begin to lose weight. And normally a lot of us are, whether we're getting reports about diabetes, high blood pressure, a lot of us sometimes are forced in that corner to begin the health journey. And that's all right, as long as you begin it, okay? So I was that person. I was forced in that corner. I had to begin that journey. But through it all, there were so many things that I've learned, and there's this puzzle piece of my mind and my body and my soul. And I feel like as I embarked on the journey of the body, all those other things came into play. I had more clarity, more energy, just more happy. And I started to rub off on other people. So girl, what you doing? Well, what you got going on? Your skin looks so good. You look so good. What are you doing? And I was telling people I'm just eating right and I'm working out. And essentially I became like a magnet. So I was going places and people were seeing the changes and they're like, well, help me. Well, help me. Well, help me. And that's what I started doing. I started essentially helping everyone that was asking for help. And with that, I became a personal trainer and opened my own training studio. And that's pretty much my journey. But the thing I want to talk to you about the most is you do not have to be perfect in order to begin on your your journey. I wasn't a vegan when I started. I wasn't vegetarian. I just simply started with the small things. And I think a lot of things that people face is that they're trying to get into the perfection, you know. And what I mean by that is, if you do not have frozen vegetables, start with the canned goods that you do have, okay? Start at the level that you are. Use what you have to get to where you want to be, type of thing. So don't focus on perfection and this person is doing it like this and this person is doing it like that. You literally have to find out in that particular moment that you choose to embark on the journey, what will work best for you. Okay, what is financially affordable for you? I get a lot of clients in sometime and they say, well, I want to buy this, I wanted this, but this is too expensive. This is too expensive. This is too this is too that. If canned goods is in your budget, start with the vegetables there. Then you'll work your way up, and there's levels, and you'll naturally go through your levels. You do not have to follow behind anybody else outside of what you're doing for yourself, okay? So that's one of the things I'm talking about. You don't have to be perfect. I am a trainer now. I'm still not perfect, and at the time, I did not start a perfect journey, but I kept going through the layers and the layers and the layers, and I got to the end of it, okay? So now I'm vegetarian. Now I don't eat meat. Now I this, but I didn't start that way, okay? So just remember that it's not about perfection. The other thing I want to talk to you all about is, remember that you can be a guiding light for the people around you. And it sounds so cliche or, you know, grandiose, but just by you changing yourself, if there's anyone in your household, maybe you're married, a husband, a wife, your children, you essentially have the power in that moment to change a generation of eating, whether you realize it or not. A lot of us were brought up just eating certain things, not knowing if this is good or this is bad. But when you embark on that journey, you have that power. It's power. I call it power. It's power that you have to start to begin to change the people that's around you by them watching you. And that is so powerful, because now that I am a trainer, now that I embarked on that journey, I was able to help my mother, able to help my aunt, able to help my cousins deal with their battling and their weight loss and their journey. So it's a very, very, very powerful role that you take on, that you're doing it for yourself, but you just don't even realize the changes that you can make with the people around you. The other thing I want to mention to you all is this. I talked about mind, body, soul in the beginning. I talked about it being something that I became. And I want you all to be encouraged to become that, okay? There's a sense of wholeness that you feel when you embark on any journey of the puzzle piece. Here I have my puzzle piece. I have my mind, I have my body, I have my soul, and I have Be Fit at the top. The journey is not something that you just embark on. It's something that you experience. And when I mean experience, I mean, I want more people to know what it feels like to have a good night's sleep. That's one of the smallest things that people are not doing, is just having a good night's sleep. And when you're drinking the proper amount of water, you're working out, you sleep a little harder and you sleep better. You wake up with more energy. A lot of my clients have children, have little babies they're trying to run after. They want more energy for those children. So I want to remind you that being healthy, it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you, and it is essentially a better life. Also, my contact info is 716-536-7214. Thanks again for tuning in on the DJ Starr Show. I'll be here Fridays, 10 p.m. every week. Be fit.
Hello everybody, this is Council Member Ulysses Wingo Sr. of the Madison District, Buffalo, New York Common Council. You are watching the DJ Starr Show.
Thank you for watching the DJ Starr Show. I am your host, DJ Starr. I am excited to have my girl, NDure, here. She's a local R&B artist here in Buffalo, New York, and I'm so happy to have her here. Welcome to the show, girl.
Thank you.
How are you?
I've been good.
It's been a while, you know that, right?
Yeah.
It's been like 3 years, 2 years.
Yeah,
That we
about
talked.
2, 3 years.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And look at her. This girl is on fire. She has a whole new look. She has a new album coming out, and we are excited to have her here and talk to her about her new album. So let's just like jump in it real quick, okay?
Okay.
So your new album coming out, it's called Deep.
Yes.
So
yes.
what does that mean, Deep?
Deep means that I went deeper into my feelings, my emotions, and I was pouring out my soul into this album.
Wow.
I wanted to point out a lot of things as far as relationships, life,
Yeah.
you know, views that we deal with on a daily basis.
That is so true. Now, one of the songs that I liked, I play, quite often, and I watched the video, girl. I watched the video, NDure. It was called "Should Have Been Me." So talk about that a little bit more. What does that mean, and why you wrote that song?
Should have been me. It was a situation that I had went through where, you like someone and you see that you've been holding them down and everything else in the relationship, and they put their all into, someone else, and you like, wait a minute, no, it
Should have been me.
Yeah, and it's still hard for you to let go though, because your heart is poured into
Right.
that relationship, and
Right.
you'd invested a lot of time into it, so.
And it's hard for him to let go as well. Because in the song, you
Yes.
talk about that at the end.
Yes, it was.
He said he didn't want to let you go.
No, he won't.
Yeah. He said,
That's
well, he
his
won't.
law.
Yeah. That's his laws, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So basically, you are a busy woman. You're a mom, and you're an actress as well.
Yes.
And you have a perfume line too.
Yeah.
What is it called?
NDure.
It's called NDure. And
Yeah.
when is that?
Subtitle Deep.
Ooh, go ahead, Grace. The album deep. The perfume is deep. You go ahead, Grace.
yes.
It's just deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
I love it. And talk about your release party that's coming out.
Basically, I am doing a CD and visual
Yes.
release party. I wanted to bring people out to watch the music videos. We can
Yeah.
sit up here and listen to music all day long.
That's
I have
true.
airplay. I got a radio interview in Texas coming up to April 21st.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Austin,
Good for
Texas.
you.
And basically, people can listen to your stuff all day long.
That's
But
right.
you don't know if it gets to everyone. And
Right.
what I wanted to do was bring people together
Uh-huh.
as a whole and
Right.
come watch the music videos, because I'll share it on Facebook, possibly
Right.
YouTube,
The videos are awesome. Check out. I'm telling you, check it out. It's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, this
we
little
got
time
more to
goes.
come.
You got more to come?
More to come.
Oh my God, this
And-
is absolutely great. I'm
Yes,
telling you,
yes,
good for you, good
and
for
I'll
you.
be launching the fragrance that night.
That night. So you got the album coming out, the perfume line as well, on March 24th, right?
Yep, at St. George Hall.
At St. George's Hall. Excellent. Okay, we're going to just stop here. And thank you so much for coming to the show.
Well, before we go, you also get to watch the trailer for Shots Fired in Buffalo. I am acting in that. So make sure you watch
Yes,
that.
she
Directed
is.
by Temolja, Washington.
So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the DJ Starr Show. I am your host, DJ Starr. If you are just tuning in, we talked to NDure. She is Buffalo's own R&B artist here in Buffalo, New York, and she has a new album coming out called Deep. So look forward to that as well. She's having her release party March 24th at St. George Orthodox. But I am so glad to be talking to film director Temolja Washington. He came all the way from California, I believe, to Buffalo, New York to do a film called Shots Fired in Buffalo, Land of the Snow. Welcome to the show, Temolja.
Thank you. And I came from Arkansas. I'm
Arkansas.
From California, but-
He's from California, but he came from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Nothing
Talk
much.
about this film.
Well, really, I just really came down here to network with some people.
Okay.
I got this movement thing going on to where I go from city to city and turn cities up,
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Make a buzz for them.
Uh-huh.
So now I got different people from all over different states and stuff want me to come do the same thing to them. So really what I'm doing is I'm just showing people that I'm working.
Okay.
They pay me just to go to their state and then just shoot them a movie and then do movie release parties and all kind of stuff. Same thing that's going on out here right now.
Right.
We got a big buzz. It's really, really just tearing up the waves right now. I mean, everybody is being a part of it. Everybody, even the haters, want to be a part of it.
So what does it mean, shots fired in Buffalo, Land of the Snow?
Shots fired is, when I came here, it was a lot of shots was fired. It was a lot of
my
police
God.
everywhere, man.
Yes, I
mean,
know.
It was going down. But I never been in New York, so it was my chance to come down and network and meet people and stuff. So I took that ticket and came on down. and met people. I knew right when I met him, I already had the script in my head. I knew what was getting ready to do.
Okay.
You know, my favorite word y'all use out here is pop it off. You know, I had to pop it off.
Pop it off.
You know, yeah.
And turn up.
Yeah, it did turn up.
And turn up. So you have NDure is in the movie as well.
Right.
And what is her part in the movie?
She's playing Roscoe. Her brother is a very known villain in the movie, and she's a parole officer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she
Okay.
knows all the information and everything that's coming in. She tries her best to keep her brother out of trouble.
Gotcha.
And then the guy that her brother is into it with, she heard about him, but she never seen him. So the villain meets her, and they like each other.
Oh,
You know
really?
what I mean? But his whole thing was to set her up because her brother got his money.
Get out of
And
here.
he kidnapped his sister, so he can get his money back. You know what I mean?
So she's playing correctional officer and sister of Roscoe.
Right.
This is phenomenal. So when does the movie air?
It's gonna air. We ain't picked a solid date for it, but the movie and stuff is already finished and stuff. We
Okay.
just really just promoting the stuff right now. You know.
Okay.
In so many different ways. We plan on making like 5 different videos for the movie. We already just did 2.
Okay.
You know, they dropping tonight.
Oh,
you know.
excellent,
Yeah, so we plan on
excellent.
doing stuff that nobody never did here before.
Gotcha.
5 movies, 13 interviews to the movie.
Oh,
know.
phenomenal.
Yeah, everybody got their own flyer, their own graphic.
And the movie trailer is on YouTube, correct?
Yes,
And-
the movie trailer
okay,
is
so it's called Shots Fired in Buffalo, Land of the Snow.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Temolja, for coming on the show. We definitely
nice meeting
appreciate
you.
you, and God bless you as well. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the DJ Starr Show. God bless.